In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on October 5th, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Philadelphia Phillies versus Houston Astros. The Philadelphia Phillies face the Houston Astros in the final game of the regular season, with both teams capping off strong years. The Phillies have an 87-73 record and will head to the postseason for the first time since 2011. The Astros, meanwhile, have a 104-56 record and enter the playoffs with the best record in the American League. For the regular season finale, the Phillies will turn to Bailey Falter as their starting pitcher, while the Astros will turn to Framber Valdez, who looks to bounce back after allowing 6 runs in his last start. The Phillies broke their lengthy playoff drought on Monday night with a shutout win over the Astros, and they showed no intention of winning last night's game against Justin Verlander as they rested several starters and lost by 10 runs. The Phillies may opt to rest some key players once again before the playoffs start on Friday, while the Astros may still play their entire lineup due to the fact that they have several extra days off before the division series begins. The Astros have a great chance to pick up another win on Wednesday to finish out a great season, led by one of their most trustworthy arms in Framber Valdez. Although his incredible streak of consecutive quality starts finally snapped the other week, Valdez has still been a dominant pitcher this season with a 16-6 record and 2.89 earned run average. The Astros will want Valdez to regain his form after a couple of tough outings recently, and he should be able to do so against what will most likely be a short-handed Philly lineup. Opposing Valdez will be Bailey Falter, who has a 3.9 earned run average across 19 appearances. Falter hasn't pitched very deep into games this season, but the Phillies might also want to save some of their key relievers for their upcoming series, so it's uncertain how the visitors plan to piece this game together. The Phillies have to play in the wild card round on Friday, while the Astros won't play until Tuesday at the earliest, so resting players and pitchers in this final game is more important for the Phillies compared to Houston. But the Astros will close the season with a W in what could turn out to be a sloppy game for the Phillies, so the Houston Astros to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams have been carried by their lineups, and the final game of the regular season should reflect that, with both teams driving in runs at will. The Phillies, who average 4.66 runs per game, should easily plate base runners, with Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact and crushing pitches against Framber Valdez and the rest of the Astros pitchers. The Astros, who average 4.53 runs per game, should run up the score with Yordan Alvarez, Jose Altuve, Kyle Tucker, and the rest of the lineup swinging for the fences and driving the ball at will against the Phillies pitchers to circle the bases throughout the game. This will be a high-scoring game with both lineups stepping up. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Twins versus Chicago White Sox. Finally, mercifully for some teams, the 2022 Major League Baseball regular season will come to a close on Wednesday. 2 teams that had high aspirations fall short will do battle in Chicago as the Minnesota Twins and Chicago White Sox do battle, both in afterthoughts in the American League Central Division. On the mound in the season finale will be righty Louis Varland of the Twins taking on fellow righty Davis Martin of the White Sox. The Twins come into this game with a 77-84 record overall, and they have really fallen off the last couple of months. The Twins' offense is averaging 4.27 runs per game, which is 17th best in the league, and with all the talent, the lack of scoring really let them down. The last couple of weeks the Twins' lineup has gone young and involved plenty of minor leaguers. The White Sox come into this game with an 81-80 record, and they hope to finish over .500 with a win here. The White Sox's pitching has been inconsistent this season, and they are giving up 4.4 runs per game, which is 20th in the league. Andrew Vaughn has been a nice offensive player for the White Sox, hitting 17 home runs and driving in 76 RBIs. In a game that will be challenging in terms of motivation for both teams, I'm leaning heavily towards the White Sox on a number of fronts. The Twins have faded fast over the last month and come into Tuesday's game 6 games under .500 for the season. The White Sox are right at .500 heading into Tuesday night's game and would certainly look to take some solace at finishing at least .500 in an otherwise lost season. In addition, Jose Abreu could be playing his final game as a White Sox with free agency looming. He will surely be motivated to end on a high note. Chicago has also won 8 of the last 12 against Minnesota to close the season, so the Chicago White Sox money line is our full game side pick. Neither team is heading into the offseason with their bats blazing. Both teams have gone over the total just 3 times in their last 10 games. The Twins lineup is a shell of its former self, particularly with the loss of Byron Buxton and his team-leading home run total. There will likely be lots of swings and misses from 2 teams that will not be looking for walks but looking for a final game to finish in under 3 hours. Bank on pitching to rule the day as 2 veteran teams look to the offseason. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona Diamondbacks versus Milwaukee Brewers. The Arizona Diamondbacks will finish off the regular season on Wednesday afternoon to take on the Milwaukee Brewers here. The D-backs will be sending right-hander Merrill Kelly while the Brew Crew will counter with righty Corbin Burnes in this season finale. The Diamondbacks are 44-99 in their last 143 road games and 2-5 in their last 7 overall. The Brewers are 2-6 in their last 8 home games versus a right-handed starter. The over is 5-1 in Diamondbacks' last 6 overall. The under is 6-1 in Brewers' last 8 overall. The Diamondbacks are 5-16 in the last 21 meetings in Milwaukee and 6-17 in the last 23 meetings. Having Corbin Burnes on the mound gives you a lot of confidence going into the game, especially against a weaker lineup as the Arizona Diamondbacks have. Looking at the previous 15 days, there is an obvious difference in the power strokes between these teams. The Diamondbacks have 9 homers as a team in their last 14 games, while the Brewers have 15 home runs as a squad in their previous 14 games. The pitching staffs have been on 2 different levels as Arizona has a 4.55 road earned run average as a team this year, while Milwaukee is pitching to a 3.59 home earned run average this season. The Brewers have won 17 of the previous 23 games against the Diamondbacks, so the Milwaukee Brewers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Diamondbacks are slumping at the dish, scoring 4 or fewer runs in 5 out of their last 7 road games. Burnes has allowed just 2 runs in his last 2 starts. In addition, Milwaukee is really struggling to generate offense and the under has been the common trend. They were limited to 9 runs in 4 games against the Marlins last weekend. While I expect enough offense against Kelly to get the win, he features a strong 3.45 career earned run average against the Brewers. The under is also 6-1 in the Brewers' last 8 games overall. I expect runs to be at a premium. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.